Is it an epic city skyline? No, it's the most epic Gridfinity project ever. We're gonna organize this music studio. We made all these boxes, and today I'm going to start to choose what kind of hardware goes into what kind of boxes. It's gonna be really, really satisfying work. But I do have an issue that I need to fix first. I need to hang some lights because the lighting in my studio is ridiculous and I can't work with no light. So I'm hanging some lights and this looks better already. So now let's get into the sorting of the boxes. All right, I think I'm happy with this for now. So we've started printing a random assortment of boxes with this nice accent color on the edge. And we're gonna color code different parts, and we're also going to work with these removable labels. All boxes have these edges for the labels, so we're ready for that. So this grid fits with the boxes, like so, and that's why it's called Gridfinity. So this is not my system, it's an open source system, and with these IKEA Alex drawers, it fits perfectly from side to side with 7 × 42 millimeters. We're gonna start with nuts. And as you can see here, we have a lot of stuff to sort. And well, you know, I've never been able to keep my studio organized ever, ever, ever. I don't think this system alone will like change who I am really. So it's going to be a really interesting project to see, can I grow personally with the system and actually learn to keep track of stuff? Well, let's find out. And we're off to the races. M3 lock nuts. These boxes also have a curve, so it's easy to pick them out. M4. M5. M6. Perhaps it's more satisfying to have them like go from left to right. Yes, that's super nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Here I have some oddballs, like the extension ones, hammered inserts. I wonder if it's better like to have lock nuts here and no lock nuts here, or start with lock nuts perhaps, because those are the ones you use most. I think that makes a bit more sense actually. Yeah, that looks better. And then the Achilles heel of the Alex is that the drawers doesn't go all the way out. You can't really place small boxes in here because you can't get them out. So for the innermost, we do these big boxes. And I think here is perfect for refill stuff. First drawer is done. Okay, let's do washers. This is gonna look so nice with the labels. Uh-oh, here comes the red box. I know these red ones hurts a lot currently. We're going to color match this soon. I have a plan for a really beautiful labeling system on the outside of the drawers, so this is temporary. Let's do my beautiful Spax wood screws with these red boxes. Is this too small? Yeah, it feels too small. Oh, that looks fantastic. So down here is 3 and here is 4. It's the thickness of the screw. Then I'm gonna do labels with the lengths and everything. That's gonna be glorious. So the colored edges is a double-edged sword because it reduces the modularity by like a lot. Yeah, it's not perfect. We're gonna revisit this one. I designed these boxes to go by the edge of the drawer here, as you can see. But you can see when we close that we have a lot of space. So I'm thinking the screw boxes should be deeper. So the AMS system has been great and the printer is really busy making boxes. And I want to do it a bit faster, so I'm going to also use my old printer and print simultaneously. And now when I know a bit better what I need, I'm going to plan to do like a file that I can just print over and over again. But then I'm going to make the boxes higher because we realized that the screw boxes could be higher. So I want kind of 8 centimeters height on this. So here we have the system that Ludwig made for me in Onshape. I can just program the size of boxes up here in the columns. So if I do 1 column, hit enter, the box becomes 1 column. Then the height, the old boxes were 7, this height, but I think 11 will give us, yeah, that's kind of 81 millimeter height. We have a fresh batch of boxes printed. I got a fever and the only cure is more boxes, okay? All right, springs in these kind of assortment boxes. I think Gridfinity was created to get rid of these kind of assortment boxes because they're not really practical. These walls comes up and everything gets mixed. Let's get rid of these and sort them into some nice Gridfinity boxes. So these three are identical. So I can take these. Okay, I need more boxes. I have more boxes. Oh, this is so much fun. I feel like creating stuff. I feel like designing stuff when I see what I have, you know? Pretty good collection. And here I sorted all the small ones. They're gonna go in these small boxes. These boxes are soft and nice, and I've been actually cutting my fingers on these sharp plastic edges. But now I found out a hack, the magnet. Haha, that's how you do it. Compression springs, extension springs, and random springs. I'll attack this random box by separating the compression springs from the extension springs. Then I go into one category and start sorting them on lengths. And then I just mix these springs into the system kind of randomly where I think they belong. They might not be the exact same spring, but now I got it. A really good sorting system. And check, I got rid of all these ugly, uneven boxes. And look how neat it looks when we got these boxes into the drawers. Mission completed. Satisfying. I walk away from this task with a light spring in my step, okay? Again, labels are temporary. We're gonna make something satisfying. Time to start the second part of this project. Tools, and especially my beautiful tools like these amazing Vera keys. They are going to go on the wall with a French cleat system. And here's my first prototype that I designed for these Vera keys. So normally these keys goes in this soft case. I don't think that's beautiful, so let's get rid of that. Smallest key should go here. Nice. Looks like I've done my homework on this actually. All right, that is satisfying. But the coolest thing is how this hangs on the wall. I made these brackets. They are designed to be slip-on here. And I designed them with no tolerance. Yes, it's sliding. Oh, it's perfect. This thing is just pressure fitted onto the back like that. And then we have a second one. So it just clamps on, so no screws. So for these tools, I only have 3 prints that are all printed without support in a simple direction. And it's really minimalistic, I think. Let's see how it looks on the wall. These 45 cleats gonna be made from long plywood strips. I just printed these because I didn't have time to make that. So I printed this to test. Let's put it on the wall. But now I need screws. Oh, I wish I had good assortment of screws somewhere where I knew how to find them. Whoa! Turned out that I knew exactly where to find them. Okay, first use of the storage system is already paying off. Actually, a little bit not really goosebumps, but a kind of a tingle. So here you see the 45 degree, that is the French cleat. So the idea here is that you can just take this and just hang it here, and it will stay. That's French cleat magic. So here you can see how it just slips on there and stays. So now for the real test, will it work? Oh, this looks really nice so far. They're like shining in the light as well. The design look pretty like floating. Yeah, that's satisfying. And then you could just take it and hang it somewhere else in the system. You can just move it around. I mean, it would have been even better without this black one, but I think I'm gonna paint the wall black so the hangers kind of goes into the wall. Okay, cue the cool music. I'm really happy with this. I think it's gonna be fun to present videos and stuff in front of a tool wall again. And I can just grab the tool I need, screw, 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 and just put it back again. And it looks like a church organ. I'm wondering how it would look if we paint the wall darker. And we have darker wall here. Yeah, this is definitely the look I think we should go for. I think this looks like I'm doing like space engineering with this black. It fits. I think this is a cool look for the studio against the black. I'm very happy. At the end of every vlog, I rate my workday. Did we get closer to the world tour? Did we have fun? I think organizing the studio like I've done today is actually a bit less of a procrastination project compared to the music timing meter. But I mean, it's not like I've designed and built the marble machine today. So I think it's a 9. I didn't procrastinate, and I had kind of fun. So darker green, as you can see here, and today is 16. I have to choose my projects very carefully to actually come to the world tour one day. By the way, look what I got today. I got bearings from SKF. Oh my God, these are some chunky. Oh no, it's too beautiful. Oh wow, this is too cool. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So you see it doesn't fit now, that's because there's an insert in the other package. For example, when I get this test with the plywood gear with this beautiful new SKF bearing, then we're unlocking this part of the efficiency chart. I'm super excited for this. Tomorrow we're tackling this. I'm gonna make a Gridfinity vanity stand for the different size marbles I have with labels and everything. That's gonna look beautiful. That's for tomorrow to look forward to. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Ciao.